I had this perfect a second ago. Better. Hi, everybody. Anybody? If you still have power and you're on Facebook, hello. I'm doing another hurricane crafting video because I'm here at home still. We're pretty fortunate where I am. Still have power. Not too much flooding, not too much rain, but there's still warnings of flash flooding, so I'm going to stay home and be safe because there's no reason to risk my life for crafts, even though my life is crafts. But anyway, today what I am working on, I'm actually prepping some stuff for a class we have coming up next Saturday, this 22nd. We're really excited to be offering an intro quilting class, and we've got a guest teacher. His name is Michael Caputo, and he is not only a quilting teacher, he's also an author. He has this great book called Quilting Basics, and another book coming out in November. So he is going to be teaching a project from this book. It's a table runner, so it's something that is small enough and simple enough to be completed in one class, which I love for Craft Habit to have one class projects. But this is the sample. It's a really cute patchwork table runner. So in this class you'll learn putting together the patches, putting on the binding, doing the machine quilting here, a lot of techniques, and we should be able to finish it in about 4 hours. There's a little bit of room in that class. If you want to sign up, go to crafthabitraleigh.com and find our classes. It's on there. So what I'm doing to help make this a one-session class is I'm pre-cutting a lot of fabric. These patches are 5-inch squares. So I am cutting a whole lot of 5-inch squares of fabric from our collection. I've got a little set here that are in Christmas colors. I hear that people really like Christmas decor, so that's an option if you want to do that. I have other colorways too. I've been working on some brights over here that I'm excited about. This actually matches me. Super into these aggressive neons lately. We've got some other fall colors, a lot of choices, and that's what I'm getting done here while we're closing out for hurricane. I'm just like surrounded by piles of fabric. Some of my favorite stuff. A lot of this is the Tina Gibbons fabric that we have. If you've been in the store, you've seen this everywhere. We've got it on rolls and bolts, and I'm excited to see it turned into lots of beautiful patchwork table runners. So, a lot of quilting is cutting. This is what I heard. I have not made a quilt before. I'm going to take this class too, and I'm pretty excited, although I'm a little worried I might get really into quilting. I don't need another hobby, but we'll see. Luckily, I work in a fabric store. So to make this project, and it's actually in this book, there is the same table runner. I feel like I'm in the room with a celebrity. So you're going to make this. And one thing I'm doing to help this process along at the time with cutting squares, I'm also cutting binding strips. So these are the pieces that we'll use around the edges to make a nice clean edge there. And Michael gave me a good tip of a great way to cut a lot of strips fast is to use one of these special tools, which is a strip cutting ruler. Basically it has a grid on it, and it's got little slices you can run your rotary cutter through. And when I learned to sew, I mostly wanted to make clothes, and that's what I have primarily done. I don't make a lot of clothes, but I have in the past, and I worked in costume shops, so I made costumes, so most of my sewing experience has been in garment construction. And I never used a rotary cutter. I don't think I even saw one until Project Runway, which is a garment show. But anyway, these rotary cutters, I got fascinated. I've got a lot of them now. This is one that we got, and we have this in our kit at the store. We've got a little sewing kit for when you take a class. All your tools are in here. And this one is nice because, first of all, the rotary cutter can be left-handed or right-handed. You just switch the blade to the other side, which is great. I know I'm not a lefty, but I've had plenty of students who were. When there's one pair of scissors, it's always dull. that's a pain. So this is great, you can switch it both ways. In this particular one, this is a Fisker's brand, this has a squeeze trigger. So basically when you squeeze this gray, the blade comes out, and you let go, it retracts, which is great because that means when you put it down, it's automatically going to be retracted and you're not going to reach out and get yourself sliced, which I have done many times with other ones. So this is what we have in our class set. They're great, they're new, they're pretty sharp. So the way this works, to cut my binding strips, these are all 2.5 inches wide. So I've taken my cutting ruler and I've marked out 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. I marked it with tape for myself so I can just kind of zip along without thinking too hard about it. And my fabric is folded selvage to selvage edge, that's the bound edge to the bound edge, and then one more time in half, so I'm cutting through 4 layers at a time. With a good sharp rotary cutter you can do that, you can do more layers than that. I'm going to stick to 4, so that way if I mess up, I only mess up 4 things and not more. So with this is a 0 mark line. You want to line that up and cut to make sure that you're starting out straight, because the edges of my fabric are not razor cut, so I'm going to cut that to start it out, and then I'm just going to find my 2.5 mark, zip up there, my 5, my 7.5, my 10, can lift this up and pull out my little bit. I need to just get the top of the edge there. I did not roll far enough up. And there, snip. Now I've got 3 binding strips. They were pretty quick and easy. I'll add them to my pile. And I'll do a few more. Oh, I have one more. I already have another one. And I like to line up, I like to be on a big cutting mat with a grid. I'm going to line up my folded edge with one of my grid lines and the other grid line. I just like things to be as square as possible. And then line up the cut edge with my 0 line and get through the rest of this. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 more beautiful strips. I'll probably get 2 more sets out of this. I like this tool a lot because you can get pretty close to an edge and really clean up those edges and get as much out of your fabric as possible. I like as little waste as possible. I do have a growing pile of scrap, but it's not too bad. My pile of scrap so far is this, and I've cut a lot more than that. And big pieces like that we'll keep. You can do quilty stuff with that, other things. And I've got 2 more binding strips, so that is done. So now all I gotta do is this pile, and this pile, and this pile, and the rest of this. So hope it keeps raining so I can finish that up. If you want to come take a quilt class with us, we've got 2 classes on the schedule. This one is the Patchwork Table Runner. This is going to be Saturday, September 22nd. You can sign up online. This is just a one-shot class. Come in, learn it, do it, complete it all in one go. Our other, and this is totally beginner friendly, if you can use a sewing machine and sew a straight line, you can come take this class. The other quilting class we have is a 3-session class, so it's 3 Saturdays in October, the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th. That sounds right. But this one, in this other class, we'll make the half square triangle baby quilt. So this one, you'll learn a little more about patchworking. For this class, we're going to cut some of the fabric for you, but you will cut some of it yourself. And again, you'll be able to do all the patchworking, the backing, the binding. Michael will cover everything. And we have a number of copies of Michael's book. here, if you sign up for this class before the end of the weekend, before this Hurricane Florence is done, I'll give you a free copy of this book. It is great. The table runner project's in here, some other really good stuff. He really does a great job of giving you start to finish directions. It's basics. If you haven't quilted before like me, you can do it. So that's all I've got going on. Oh, it's a question. With the baby quilt class, are there any choices in colorways? Yes, so this fabric, we don't have this fabric. This is from one of Michael's previous samples. So you'll be able to choose your solid color, and then we will have a bunch of our charm packs, the stuff that I'm cutting here. There's a big variety, and we're also getting in some new fabrics in the next few weeks. So if you come in with me, you really want to use, then if you come in maybe a few days before the class, you can get that. I'm not sure if we'll have charm packs pre-cut, but if you're wanting to cut, you've got all the choices in the world. If you don't have time to do the extra cutting, we'll still have a big stack of options for you. Yeah, so I hope that you guys are also having productive hurricane days. And oh, I'll show you, yesterday I did a video on some things I was painting. I was painting little figurines for the class, and I finished them off, so I'll show you those. This was a little bunny I did, and I decided to go in and give him some extra sparkle. Let's see if I put him there. Oh, he won't really show up. That's too bad. And this is a mermaid with a cat head or a catfish head. Gave her some extra sparkle too, because there's never enough. And then one more bunny, and I decided to go very authentic. He's gray and fuzzy with little red eyes, and also some little red nails too. If you want to see more about these, look at our Facebook Live from yesterday. I also have an Instagram video on it. Just been doing a lot of social media here while it rains. Yeah, that's it. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Craft Habit will be open again on Tuesday the 18th. Hope to see you there. Bye.